We won't hurt you, Brent. We promise.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 brutal fates worse than death on Goosebumps.
Psst, Margaret. Margaret, help me. Please help me. I'm your father. I'm your real father.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most horrifying ordeals that characters on this kid-oriented horror show have endured. If you haven't seen all 4 seasons of the anthology series, consider this your spoiler warning. Which of these fates gave you the most goosebumps? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. Being erased from time.
Enough, Michael. You've been going on about this all day.
I'm telling you, I'm caught in a time warp.
After Michael messes around with his father's new and ominous-looking cuckoo clock, he's forced to relive the events of his embarrassing birthday. Unfortunately, it doesn't stop there. Michael is forced to experience both his 6th birthday and what it's like to be an infant again because the clock keeps sending him backwards in time. Although he's able to reverse the process in time, his annoying sister is a lot less lucky. Michael's actions cause her to be erased from existence.
Look, the year 1988 is missing.
That's the year Tara would have been born.
Who's Tara?
Nobody, Dad.
The idea of being completely deleted from the fabric of time is pretty terrifying. While it's implied that Michael might save her one day, there's always a chance that he'd get used to being an only child and let her fade from memory.
So Tara has never been born. I suppose there's some way to go back in time and get her, right? I guess I probably ought to do that. And I will. One of these days.
Number 9. Trapped in an empty void. A young boy named Seth thought he hit the jackpot when he got his hands on a remote that could warp reality with the click of a button.
Always be sure to keep the Verona XG20 Universal Remote Control away from children. It's not a toy.
However, it soon becomes clear that the device is way too dangerous to risk using long term. Although Seth tries to throw it away, he ends up using it during a heated confrontation and accidentally traps himself in a void. Hello? It's unclear if there was any way for Seth to escape the dark prison he got stuck in. While he wasn't exactly the most virtuous character, he didn't deserve this seemingly permanent fate. Seth may have been forced to live out the rest of existence without a TV or human contact after he misused this powerful device.
We hope you enjoy your new Verona XG20 Universal Remote Control. If treated with proper care, it will bring you a lifetime of enjoyment.
No, Tony, wait!
Number 8. Transformed into a magic show rabbit.
What's that?
It's a measles magic bag.
You stole it?
Yeah, I took it from his dressing room. We'll see how amazing he is without it.
Since a magic enthusiast named Tim couldn't afford to buy his own tricks, he stole a bag from his favorite magician. He soon discovers there's a talking rabbit inside it that used to be a man. After Tim helps turn the hare human again, it's revealed that he actually helped an evil magician named L. Sidney get his body back.
Aren't we having fun yet? The great Timothene is far too valuable to lose. Besides, we had a deal, remember? I need you in my act.
The twisted sorcerer immediately turns the boy into a rabbit. Being transformed into an animal against your will is horrible enough. However, the fact that Tim now has to be a part of potentially dangerous magic shows makes matters even worse. The rabbit boy has no idea if the next performance will be his last.
Don't worry, Tim. I'll think of something. I'll get us out of this.
Number 7. Given to ghosts forever.
Just 1 hour. If you can make it for 1 hour, you're in.
They call it the House of No Return. Why?
Anyone who wants to join the kids group known as Danger Incorporated has to prove their worth by staying in a haunted house for an hour. After the 3 members of this alliance force a young boy named Chris into the house, he encounters the ghosts of a couple who want to take care of kids. When the trio tries to save him later, they realize they fell right into a very spooky trap. Chris won his freedom from the ghosts by promising that members of Danger Incorporated would take his place.
What kind of a bargain was it?
He promised that if we let him go, 3 children would take his place.
3 for 1 trade.
The kids definitely deserved a heaping dose of karma after what they did to a prospective member, but their actions ensured that they would be imprisoned by spirits until they became ghosts themselves.
Are you gonna let us go?
Let you go? We can't let you go. We're a family now.
We love you.
And we're going to love you. Forever.
Forever.
Number 6. Being stuck as a shrunken pet.
Either you tell me what I want to know, or the next time you see your nephew, he'll be wearing a much smaller hat.
The Hollings family wanted to control the power of Ka-Li-A, aka jungle magic, for themselves. So, they attempted to force a kid named Mark and his aunt into helping them attain power. But by the end of the story, Mark uses the power of Ka-Li-A to escape, and all 3 members of the family are shrunken to a tiny size. Mark decides to keep them imprisoned within a small tank in his room.
Please give us something. We need something. I want this. Please. Calm down. I didn't forget.
The thought of being left at the mercy of a kid who could forget to feed you is pretty terrifying. And even if they did escape, they could easily be eaten by creatures as small as a mouse or just get stepped on. The Hollings shouldn't have messed with this magic.
Don't worry, you guys. My Aunt Benna said she was going to find a way to bring you back to your normal size. When? She's going to bring it when she comes to visit. On my 16th birthday.
Number 5. Getting turned into a statue. In exchange for performing a good deed for a mysterious woman, Samantha is allowed to make wishes.
Make your first wish.
Okay. I wish I was the best player on the basketball team.
It becomes clear that every single one of her requests comes with horrible side effects. After accidentally turning most of the people she knows into flies, Samantha allows a mean classmate named Judith to make wishes instead. The wicked girl immediately makes a self-centered request to be constantly admired.
I wish that wherever I was, people would gather around and admire me.
Unfortunately for Judith, the wish causes her to be turned into a statue. While her stone facade is constantly smiling, we have no idea if she is still conscious. One stray wish may have led a mean girl to have her terrible fate permanently etched into stone.
Oh, look, how beautiful.
It's lovely. Yes!
Number 4. Being replaced by an evil mirror clone.
We could do experiments.
Isn't that sort of dangerous?
Well, how else are we supposed to understand how it works? I mean, it seems like each time we do it, the longer it takes to get back.
When Noah, his brother Max, and a few of their friends discover a mirror that can make them invisible, they have a lot of fun with the concept. But the magical piece of furniture quickly becomes no joke. It turns out that every time they go invisible, they risk being replaced by evil versions of themselves that live within the mirror.
They can't hear you. You can't escape me now, Max. It's switching time. One by one, we will bring you here.
While Max is able to fight off his clone, Noah isn't so lucky. His evil reflection is able to sneak into the real world, while the original is left trapped within the mirror. Since the evil Noah knows how to stay out of the reflective dimension, the original might have to spend an eternity reflecting on his invisible mistakes.
Since when did you start throwing with your right hand? Noah?
Number 3. Finding out you live in an ant-dominated world.
I've got to do something. There's no way you can hurt me. I'm twice as big as him.
During a bug-themed Goosebumps episode, the audience is led to believe that the big twist is that a boy named Dave accidentally caused giant ants to attack his town. When it's revealed that he just dreamed up that scenario, the real nightmare begins. Dave wakes up to find that he actually lives in a world ruled by giant ants.
I know what you're thinking.
Mr. Lance!
You're thinking if things had been maybe just a little bit different.
we'd be the dominant species.
The titanic insects also barely drop enough food to go around for him and his neighbors. Since the ants are both intelligent and powerful, it's unlikely the humans in this world will ever be free. Dave will always have to deal with the worst insect infestation of all time.
I dreamt that things were different. And ants were so small you could fit 1,000 of them in one hand. And it was your job to kill them.
Don't let them hear you say that.
Number 2. Discovering you're a robotic guinea pig.
That is the tram for the new Shocker Studios tour ride.
You mean the tour is going to open?
Yes, and you are going to be the first 2 kids to ride it.
Erin was initially excited to test out her father's horror-themed park ride with her best friend Marty. But once it becomes clear that all the monsters in the attraction are real, the duo struggles to get to safety. When Erin finally reaches her dad, he reveals that she and Marty are robots he designed to test the attraction.
What did you do? What did you do to Marty?
This shocking twist means that all their memories were nothing more than artificial creations. Additionally, they'll never be able to grow up and can be deactivated if someone figures out how they work. It turns out that the most terrifying aspect of the brutally real attraction was the fact that Erin and Marty were literally designed to test it.
We don't want to be deactivated. Do we, Marty?
No. We don't like that. We don't like that at all.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Cursed to become a dummy.
Ow! He kicked me!
Who kicked it?
The dummy kicked me.
Well, Zane, that's just not possible.
Zane's extremely justifiable phobia of ventriloquist dummies only got more intense when he visited his cousins. Right before he arrived, his family members brought the cursed living dummy Slappy into their home. The villain eventually decides to turn Zane into a wooden doll to keep his cousins in check.
So, Zane, did you hear the one about the 3 kids that tried to outsmart that dummy?
No, Slappy, tell me all about it.
It was rough to see the kid being forced to become one of the things he fears the most. Although Zane regains a human form, a final twist reveals that the curse still lives on inside of him. The kid's only crime was being scared of dummies. Unfortunately, he was sentenced to live out a cursed existence as one of Slappy's most twisted creations.
Bye, Zane. See ya.
I'll be seeing you real soon, cousins.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.